And welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is a very informal video, but I did happen to leave Minecraft on overnight in a village by accident. And here's what happened. We're going to go around and look through the village. There's all of these creeper holes around, which I think I know how that happened. We'll get to that later at the end of the video. Because normally iron golems will not attack creepers. So how would the creepers have blown up? Let's see if you can come up with a conclusion, and I'll tell you at the end of the video what my theory is, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about it. Uh, so, uh, you will notice that most of the crops are gone. It is morning, by the way, here. Speaking of morning, let's make it. It is day 42 in game, just in case you're curious. But speaking of which, let's make it morning in game, so that way we can actually see what we're doing. Yeah, so surprisingly, there are a lot of iron golems around. The villagers did not all die off, which I was pretty surprised about, actually. There are lots of bats around. This is a super flat world, just like a generic super flat world. If you do this in a default world, I would imagine the results would be different. Interestingly, a lot of the crops are still here, compared to some of the other spots where, like, there's almost no crops there, a few crops left there, nothing here. Just everything's completely gone. I think a lot of the slimes are jumping around on here and uprooting them. I'm not 100% sure if they do that, but that's what I'm guessing. But yeah, there's none here, which is interesting because this is kind of more in the middle of the village where you wouldn't expect to see as many slimes because they'd be like the buildings would block them. But I'd imagine this is probably a slime chunk here somewhere or somewhere nearby here, uh, like maybe like here or something. Well, no, maybe not there, but like maybe here because this is a pretty big open area. So, and it does make sense too because it looks like this area is where the slime chunk got trampled, and maybe a lot of them headed this way for whatever reason. Uh, and yeah, and I guess it's not terribly rare that you have two slime chunks in a row, so maybe there's that. I don't know. But yeah, if we do look around, there are a lot of villagers still alive. I did use this world a little bit before because I had no intentions of doing this experiment. This is completely by accident. uh, but yeah, you'll see all the doors are, well, we're on normal mode. Okay, so I don't know if zombie sieges are a thing on normal mode. That zombie flesh just despawned. But what I do know is that the zombies won't break down doors. So I think if you were to test this on hard mode, that bat's animation looks glitched. Is it just me? Yeah, no, that bat's broken. What? What? I have a theory as to why that happened as well. I think it only goes on for so long, and since I've had this world loaded so long in a row that the animations are all glitched now. I'm curious if I reload it'll fix that. I bet it will. You see that? That is so cursed. But yeah, that's not the only thing that breaks, though, if you have the game running too long. At first, I was getting really low frame rates. I'm still... Okay, well, never mind, now I'm not. But even for a super flat world, this is pretty low frame rates I'm getting, which I'm kind of surprised about, especially for a super flat world. We do have, I guess, 160 entities isn't so bad. I'd imagine it would have been higher. Um, I guess there's a lot of slime balls around because iron golems are killing the slimes, and I don't think the slimes are very good at targeting them back. But yeah, I think everything. Yeah, that's a slime chunk right there. I just saw those guys spawn. So that would make sense why this area is trampled and not this one, because we do have a slime chunk like right here probably. Oh, and they did kill the iron golem, so I guess they can do that. Although I think he was almost dead anyway. Um, but yeah, I think they can come from here and go to here, trample this. Like even part of this is in the slime chunks. Um, so yeah, the one last thing is cursed bat. The last thing is the holes, which I will now provide. Look how far out this guy is. Wow. I'll now provide my theory as to why that happens. Yeah, and you're seeing there's some lag too, like some weird lag spikes, which I don't usually get. So my theory as to how these happened is that there is a skeleton that shot a creeper. But then, how would a skeleton have shot in a creeper? Because they don't normally do that, right? Well, I think what happened is maybe an iron golem. I don't know. Do iron skeletons attack iron golems without? Yes, they do. Okay. So maybe an iron golem was here and a skeleton was here, and the skeleton tried to shoot the iron golem and hit the creeper instead. That is my theory as to why there are these creeper holes around. There's five of them. One, two, three, four, and maybe there's only four. I thought there was a fifth one. Okay, maybe there's only four, but okay. I guess there's four of them around, which I did not expect. That means about one in every 10 days that will happen, being that we did have 42 days. Um, there are, I swear there were five. What? What on earth? I must have just counted the same one twice. That's so weird. Okay. But yeah, that is my theory. If you do have a different theory, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really interested to see what your theory is. And were you able to guess that? Guess that was what my theory was, because I do believe that is what happened. I don't see any other way that could have happened because iron golems do not target creepers normally. So there's no reason they should have exploded. So that's kind of interesting to me. That they will do that without player interaction, which I think is kind of considered a bug. I was doing some tests with texture pack that I'm working on for a game I'm working on, but I don't have any data packs or anything enabled. This is like fully vanilla, in case you're curious. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.